The Fortnite servers are down until tomorrow. This is like potentially 12 or 13 hours of downtime. Something like this has not happened in a very long time. And honestly, I don't remember something like this ever happening the way it went down. So I was playing some duos with Clicks. We're playing some duo arena. And towards the end of our match, we noticed that players were being disconnected from the game. And people in our chat started saying that they're getting kicked out of the match and that the servers were down. Even Clicks himself got kicked out and I was left alone in a 1v1. And I was trying to find my opponent and he got kicked out as well. And I got an easy victory royale. Everyone was saying they couldn't get into the game. And then there was a queue to get back into the game. And we thought it was just maybe some temporary disturbance to the servers. Keep in mind, there is planned downtime, or there was planned downtime for 4 a.m. Eastern tomorrow for the update. And we'll talk about what's coming in that update. But then the servers actually just went down today at like 4 p.m. And then Fortnite quickly tweeted saying that the planned downtime is starting early and the servers will not be back up until tomorrow, which will probably be like 5 a.m., making this like 13 hours of downtime. Just to give you some brief history, 9 months ago was the last time I remember that the servers were down randomly in the middle of the day. And it was only down for a few hours in the middle of the day. If you guys remember, I made a video talking about that, but then they were back up before too late. Early in 2018, the servers went down for an update and the downtime was super long. The servers didn't come back up until like 3 or 4 p.m. the next day. So it was like 12 hours of downtime. Of course, we've had long downtimes in between chapters, like the 72 hours of downtime from the black hole and the 24 plus hours of downtime from chapter 2 into chapter 3. But those were planned. This didn't seem as planned. And this is just kind of a random update in the middle of a season. Now, what is the update tomorrow? Like, what can we expect? Is there something that's happening in tomorrow's update that could require this long of a downtime? So the first thing that comes to mind is Fortnite has a huge Rocket League collaboration in Fortnite Creative that's happening tomorrow. The Rocket League vehicles, or like a version of them, are going to be in Fortnite Creative. And there's also some spawners and other devices that are being added. People are going to be able to recreate Rocket League maps and experiences in Fortnite Creative. Now, keep in mind, Epic does own Rocket League, so it kind of makes sense that they're kind of blending them in even more. But now people are going to be able to load up Fortnite and play a Rocket League match. It might not play exactly like your typical Rocket League, but it might get people into Rocket League. And I'm sure that's their goal, to kind of have that cross play between the Fortnite players and Rocket League players. But this is huge news because Creative seems to be getting updated a lot more frequently, and we're getting more and more devices and additions as we get closer to Creative 2.0. This is really opening things up for the possibilities people are gonna be able to create. I'm personally gonna have my own map making team put something together using the new Rocket League devices, and I'm sure we'll come up with something sick. And by the way, I do want to say my skin is no longer in the item shop, but I want to thank everybody who purchased the skin, and especially people who used code SypherPK. You can still continue to use the code if you want to support me. That's one of the best ways to support me. So tomorrow there is an update, and there's potentially 2 new weapons that could be coming into the game. First, let's talk about what is guaranteed to come based on the wording of the tweet that Fortnite put out. So Fortnite tweeted out, "Unlock the key to victory in update 22.1, which is set to release October 4th. They usually put special wording in the update tweets to kind of give us a little bit of a hint as to what we might expect. So what are we unlocking exactly? So here's the deal. There is a display case chest that is in the game files right now. So it's like little IO looking chests, and there's going to be some sort of virtual weapon display on top of them. You can open these chests using the keys that you open the vault with right now. So the keys are actually going to have even more uses. If there's not a vault nearby, or if you already opened the vault and you have some more keys available, you'll be able to find these weapon display chests and open them and probably get a high rarity, maybe legendary weapon. Who knows? Maybe some of the newer weapons that are being added will be more available in these chests. But what new weapons could we expect? Well, there's 2 that come to mind. One of them we have footage for both of them. The first one being the goo gun, which we saw in the trailer. It's some sort of gun that shoots out goo in a medium range. We're not sure about the effects of the gun and what it actually accomplishes or does, but it could be coming in the next update. The second one being the Cobra DMR. We do have stats for the Cobra DMR. The best way to describe it is it's a faster, more ammo version version of the current DMR. It might even replace the current DMR. They might be vaulting the DMR and replacing it with the Cobra, or it might be like a higher rarity version of the DMR. It shoots faster, it does a little bit less damage, and it has 20 bullets per magazine. So honestly, I'm not a fan of the DMR at all. So I'm hoping that this one kind of changes things up, and I'm actually excited about using it. I also hope that it's not projectile based and that it's hit scan, because I feel like that's one of the main things that's keeping me from using the DMR. Another thing that's guaranteed to happen is that the boogie bombs are going to be vaulted. Fortnite actually tweeted that they're vaulting the boogie bombs earlier this week. That's not something they usually do. They must have really wanted people to know, okay, guys, we've heard your complaints. Another thing we can expect in the update is the super styles for the battle pass skins, as well as some bite challenges and some new weekly challenges as well. Expect some map changes as well. The chrome has been spreading, and I'm expecting it to spread even more. Some of the POIs will be flying around the map. That might start in this update, but it might not happen until a future update. So if you guys remember, we made a video talking about some things that are never coming back to Fortnite, and we might be wrong about a huge item, the guided missile launcher. This one created a lot of iconic clips back in the day and was pretty much loved by everybody, but then it got removed, right? It got vaulted, and it didn't just get vaulted, it got completely removed from the game files. So it wasn't even in the files at all, and you couldn't use it in creative or anything. But recently, the guided missile launcher returned to the game files. And not only that, they even updated the sound effects of the idle and the reload animations and effects around the guided missile launcher. So there's a very high chance that it could be returning this season or next season. Fortnite also updated planes and helicopters this season to give them the chrome effect if they get hit with chrome. So this might be the first season we have planes and helicopters on the map at the same time. I'm not too sure how to feel about that, but I don't really have many complaints because the planes have been nerfed and they were a lot more balanced when they returned last year. And the helicopters are really not that powerful. It's just a good way to move around the map. Now, I talked about some of these points in a recent video, but they're still working on a mech in the game files. We're just not sure if it's coming this season or in a future season. And we talked about the possibility of next season being chapter 4, but they're still working on a first person mode, which would be a huge gameplay mechanic change. And if we had to guess when a first person mode would happen, it would most likely happen during a new chapter, which makes us think even more that next season could be chapter 4. Now, the Rocket League collab is not the only thing to look forward to tomorrow. We might get even some more leaks about the upcoming Star Wars collaborations with the introduction of Luke Skywalker. He does have a Luke Skywalker lightsaber that is set to come out in the game eventually, so he most likely will be coming to the game, as well as some more information about the upcoming Fortnitemares, which is happening pretty soon. There were some minor leaks, but we can expect some more big leaks and information about what to actually expect this year for Fortnitemares. And it looks like Epic has some pretty big things planned for Fortnitemares, and it might beat last year's events. And we talked about the weapon chests that are coming that will require 1 key to open them, but there are leaks of bunkers that will require 3 keys to open. And honestly, the ones with 2 keys right now have insane loot. So I can't imagine what kind of loot you'll get out of a bunker that requires 3 keys to open it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoy your downtime and go outside and do something productive, or don't. It's up to you. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the big update.